All right, let's get right into this explainer and build out a targeted, low-budget marketing playbook made specifically for new indie game developers. I mean, if you're sitting there right now with a killer game concept, or maybe you've already started coding your passion project, you already know that making the game is really only half the battle. Getting people to actually play it? Yeah, that's a whole different beast entirely. So today, we're taking industry research and transforming it into a visual guide to help you grab audience attention and do it without needing some multi-million-dollar budget.
To help you carve out your own space in this massive industry, we're going to walk through 5 exact steps: tackling the indie challenge, defining your niche audience, grassroots community building, engaging with influencers, and finally, building low-cost pre-launch buzz.
First step, Section 1, the Indie Marketing Challenge. We like to call this the David versus Goliath dynamic of the gaming industry. Let's just set the stage and look at the staggering reality of the landscape you're stepping into as an indie dev. Take a look at this number, $314 billion. The video game market is an absolute powerhouse, and it's expected to hit that massive $314 billion mark by 2026. From quick mobile games to massive console titles, this isn't just a hobby space anymore, right? It is a thriving, densely packed industry. So what does that actually mean for us? Well, it means your absolute biggest challenge is just getting noticed, standing out in a super fragmented space where giant publishers are literally dropping millions on ads every single day. But here's the crucial takeaway. You don't need a AAA budget to compete. What you need is grassroots community building. That's going to act as your slingshot. You simply can't outspend the giants, so you gotta outsmart them. Your path to victory here relies on innovative approaches, nurturing fiercely loyal communities, and focusing on long-term engagement, rather than just crossing your fingers for a quick spike in sales on launch day. Which brings us right into Section 2, defining your niche audience. This is the before you spend a single dime phase. Before you even think about executing a marketing strategy, you absolutely have to lay the foundation by figuring out exactly who you're talking to. Let's look at a quick example of why this matters so much. Say your target audience is retro gamers. You know, those nostalgic players who just love the vibe of older classics or vibrant remakes. If you know that's your crowd, you immediately know how to tailor your gameplay mechanics, your pixel art, your whole story directly to what they love. You obviously wouldn't market a cozy retro game to the hyper-competitive esports crowd, right? Gamers come from hugely diverse backgrounds. You've got casual gamers who want short bursts of fun on their phones, hardcore gamers who will grind for hours on PC strategy games, esports enthusiasts obsessed with professional tournaments, and mobile gamers who love free-to-play stuff during their daily commute. Once you actually take the time to segment your audience into one of these distinct groups, something magical happens. You stop shouting into the void and you start whispering directly to the exact people who actually want to play your game. Okay, moving on to Section 3, grassroots community building. This is all about investing your time over your money, and it is honestly the ultimate low-budget tool for long-term engagement, because in gaming, community is absolutely everything. By setting up and managing spaces like Discord servers and forums, you're essentially building a digital living room for your fans to hang out in. When you host direct developer Q&A sessions, it creates this amazingly tight connection between you and your players. And being active on Reddit, Twitter, TikTok, it lets you share those cool behind-the-scenes updates that generate genuine hype. But honestly, the real game changer here is fostering user-generated content, or UGC. When players share their own fan art or crazy in-game achievements, and you highlight that on your official pages, you're building a real sense of ownership among your players, and it doesn't cost you a dime. Just remember, consistency is everything here. Keep those patch notes, feature updates, and community check-ins rolling. Next up is Section 4, engaging authentic niche influencers. Subtitle, the credibility boost. We really need to talk about how you find and approach the absolute lifeblood of modern game discovery, small, authentic gaming influencers. Because let's face it, gamers today rely heavily on trusted voices on YouTube and Twitch. But finding the right partner, it is not about chasing the biggest subscriber count. It's about following a few clear steps. First, do your homework. Conduct a pre-analysis of the influencer's content to make sure their audience actually matches your game. Second, get hyper-specific. If you're building an RPG, go find an RPG expert. Their loyal fan base gives you a direct line to your exact target market. And third, try to engage them in a live stream. Imagine them playing your game live, while you're right there in the chat, answering questions and getting real-time feedback. It builds insane loyalty. Following these steps keeps you laser-focused, instead of wasting your time on audiences that just won't care. And look at this stark contrast between organic content and paid promos. Authentic, organic content where a creator gives an unbiased review just because they genuinely love playing your game, that builds rock-solid community trust. On the flip side, forced or paid promotions, they usually feel inauthentic, they lack credibility, and honestly, research shows they can have the exact opposite effect and actually repel players. This is exactly why smaller niche streamers are absolute gold for indie devs. Their unbiased credibility will always beat out a forced, expensive ad campaign. Always. All right, let's head into our final section, Section 5, low-cost pre-launch buzz. Let's look at the critical pre-launch phase and how you can organically build hype leading up to release day, all while keeping your wallet happy. This chronological playbook is designed to build curiosity slowly over time. Phase 1, drop short, visually stunning teaser trailers that show off the vibe without giving away the whole farm. Phase 2, move into closed beta testing. Giving players early access creates this awesome sense of exclusivity, gets you crucial feedback, and sparks real word of mouth. Then, Phase 3, open up pre-orders and focus on ASO, or App Store optimization. If you're on mobile, tweaking your keywords and visuals is absolutely vital for driving organic downloads. Now, what about maintaining that hype? Even as a small indie studio, you can totally tap into the competitive scene. Hosting local tournaments or teaming up with esports platforms is a phenomenal way to keep the momentum going. It's a fantastic way to recognize and reward your earliest, most dedicated players. You treat them right, and they will become lifelong advocates for your studio. To wrap up this explainer, I really want you to soak in this insight. The secret to success in gaming, whether you're a solo indie dev or a massive AAA studio, is creating compelling experiences both inside and outside the game. You've got to craft an ecosystem that players love engaging with, not just when they're mashing buttons, but when they're chatting in your Discord, watching a stream, or competing in a community tournament. It's all about the holistic player experience. So before you go and write your very next line of code, ask yourself, what unique real-world experience will your community build around your indie game? How are you going to make them feel like they're part of someone special? Figure that out, and you won't just be launching a game, you'll be launching a thriving community. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I honestly can't wait to see the incredible worlds you all build.